So start jumps, star jumps, squats, and push-ups. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. And squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, mind your backs, guys. Let's go for our cross chokes. Oh, my arms are a little sore today. I did a little burner yesterday, so I'm feeling the effects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands to that, guys. Let's go for our triangle chokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet on the ground. Let's go for our bridges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hip escapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Keep your hands off the ground, guys. We're just going to go chin to chest, work our neck exercises. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looking left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ears to shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice work, guys. Let's go for our second stand up. Now, first little drills we're going to do, guys, are just some movement drills. We're going to switch from being in sort of like a crouch position all the way through to upward facing dog. So we're going to start off walking the hands out. So we'll start off in a little crouch position here. We'll walk the hands out into a push-up. We're going to lean the weight back into the knees. So we walk out. Once we get to here, I'm putting my weight back. So I'm leaning into my heels. So I should be sat back in sort of this position here. Now, I want to keep my chin glued to my chest as I roll through, put my chest on the ground. So I'm going to start to lift, straightening the legs. My chin is nice and tight to my chest. When my weight comes over the top of my wrists, I let my hips come forward, down towards the ground. Relax from here again, twist. Find what feels good in this position. Get the stretch in each hip. And then we activate the toes, draw them back underneath. Glue your chin back to your chest. Lift. Raise the hips up nice and high. And then sit back into your crouch position from here. Rotate through the knees, chin to chest. Lift. And roll through. Untuck the toes. Twist. There your hips loosen up. Tuck the toes back under. Chin to chest. Hips to the sky. Sit back. Switch. Tuck the toes. Back the other way. Good. Now, we're going to go from that same position into some sit-throughs. We're just going to go 8 sit-throughs. So let's lift the knees off the ground. We're sitting the weight back to here each time. Now I'm just going to take a step on the outside of my hands. My foot comes through, put my hip onto the ground, come back into that seated position, and hop back across towards the other side. Each time we're making that step on the outside, sit the leg through, 8 sit-throughs. So each time come back to here, open the knees out wide, get that little stretch into the hips, and then reset the position. Sam, can you just pull the lid down a little bit so I can see my feet?
Yeah, sorry.
There, perfect. Okay, so we take a step, 1, sit through, hip onto the floor, post, and come back into position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and time. Now we're just going to go 8 of your sort of jumps to the side as well. I forgot what I call these, the monkey jumps. So we're going to start off in a squared stance with a bent leg from here. I'm going to take my opposite hand, so my right hand to go in front of my left foot. We lean the weight across from here, and we jump up with the back leg first. So 1, 2, once my hand's on the floor, lift the back leg, jump, and then back into sumo stance on the other side. Left hand to in front of the toes, right hand down, left leg lifts. And again, when you're getting used to this, it can be as small as this. Just getting used to the weight distribution into your hands, and then we can start to build it up to go higher. Okay, guys, we'll go 8 times again. Ready? Sumo stance on one side of the ring. Cross grip. 1, 2, jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, we were talking about foot locks at the start. We're going to do some little mobility drills for your foot locks. So I'm going to start off here. All I'm going to do is lift my heels off the ground and go onto the tippy toes. Now, we're going to walk forwards. So we'll take 4 steps forward. When you get there, then we'll take 4 steps back. Okay? Try to make sure your heels don't touch the floor. We're going nice and tall as possible. We'll go 5 rounds of these, okay guys? So lift the heels, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Again, you should start to feel the ankles get a bit tighter, the calves get a little bit tighter, then you feel the weight go through. 2 more walks. Good. And last one. Walking forwards, walking back. Now we're going to start off into a squat. So we're going to be in position from here, and we're going to squat down, making sure the heel is still raised off the mat and back up. Okay. Relax your feet. Do your ankles a shake. We're going to go for 5 squats again. Okay. So what we're aiming for here is to, again, keep the weight into the toes. So my knees have to sort of bend forward for me to get into that position. And again, we're really strengthening the ankles, all the tendons in the joint. Back up. You can even start to walk around if you're comfortable with it. And then back down, rest. And again, back into your squat. Exactly as looking back over. So, we're up onto the toes. Good. And squat. Good. Keep the heels raised off the floor and back up. Good. Little walk just to test the ankles and back up.
Just building foot lock defense.
Yeah. Come on, join us, see if you can do the squat. Okay, up. Ready for squat number 2. So toes engaged and squat. Good. Toes lifted off the floor, move your hips Get used to switching. Good. And back up. Walk. Oh. Good. And back in. Nice. Footlock training or high heel training, either works. High heels. Okay. 2 more. Lift up and squat. Oh. Experience in position. And back up. Walk it around. Okay. Final one. Relax the ankles. Shake them off to the side. Again, this is one of the main reasons that I'm able to defend so many heel hooks and leg locks is simply due to these drills. My ankles and knees are so strong, the tendons are locked in position, so now you can defend every ankle lock. Most of them I just look at, and then people decide, okay, I don't want to foot lock this guy, and they release it just from the depths there. One more rep. And squat. Good. Heels lifted. And back up. And walk. Nice. Ankles are warmed up. We're developing the strength in that position. We're all good to go. Next one, guys, we're just going to go for some wrist exercises. So drop down to your knees when you're ready. Just going to warm up these wrists a little bit. So we're going hands down, fingers pointing towards the camera here. Hands nice and close towards the knees to start off with. And then all we're going to do is tuck your toes underneath and just lift. So knees off the floor for 10 seconds from there. Okay, guys? So again, hands nice and close to the knees. The further out we go, the easier it is for you to do it. So put the hands in nice and close. Put the weight forward. Block out your arms so my elbows turn in. Block and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Good. Hands a little shake. Good. Is that our friend Clara just arrived?
Hi, Clara.
Buenos dias.
Is this your partner?
Is it a
This is
puppet?
Carlos.
Okay, we're going the other way now. So back of the hands, warming them from here. Now we're just going to lean back into the stretch. Okay. Again, the further you go over the top, the easier it is. The more we lean back into your knees, the easier we can work from. So just a, whoa, wow. Okay, just a lean back from here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Give the hands a shake, getting them warmed up. The last one we're going to do is going to be fingertips, knuckles, wrists, just like Sam's demonstrating there. So we're going fingertips towards the floor. We're dropping down to knuckles, dropping down to wrists.
Just to the floor.
Oh.
Like that.
There we go. We have a little extra added bonus there, and then back up to fingertips. Okay, we'll go 5 reps here, guys. Okay, ready? So knuckles, wrists,
Chest down.
chest, up, knuckles, fingertips. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I can't talk much about strength of wrists. Unfortunately, I did break my wrist once in a wrist lock, but now they're getting strong. Okay, so let's get started with some drills first, guys. We'll go over some solo drills, and then we'll get into our back attack drills, our chest sits, and everything else from there. So we all love to wrestle a little bit. So we'll start with some wrestling drills, just getting loosened up, and then we might do some wrestling drills with a partner potentially. Maybe not, just move it back. Okay, so I'll just get the timer set up, guys. We're going to go same again, 30-second rounds, 20 seconds rest as we switch around. So 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Before we get into these, let's just work some of our stance and motion. So we're going to start off in a square stance from here. We're going to move out and back into stance from this point. Okay, nice and easy drill just to get your legs warmed up while we're maintaining that good stance. So we have drill number 1. We go from little box, big box. So from short stance to wide stance and back in again. Then we do the same thing from a staggered stance. I'm moving across using my trail leg first. So step, 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 step. Each time is 4 steps coming back. So I move across, cut my partner in half. That's going to give me my single leg, step back, reset the position. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your staggered stance. Then we go into our down blocks. So we go fingertips towards the ground. 1, 2, all the way through to 10. Okay, guys, we'll go 2 rounds here. A lot of you guys have done this already, so we'll start to build the speed from the start. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Square stance, down blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Give the legs a shake. We're going into a lower stance now. Same thing again. Just get a good bend in the legs. Good, nice and low towards the floor. You should be able to touch the mat with your fingertips. So we're sort of resting the forearms onto the knees. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Staggered stance. Touch the floor with the fingertips. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Square stance, down blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice work, guys. Give the legs a shake. Okay, moving into our speed drills. We're going to start off first round going through our floor brushes. So again, get the legs warmed up. Round 2 is going to be sweep singles. So down block, change sides. Round 3 is going to be our short sprawl and spin. Each side. From here. 4 Uchimata. And then 5 short sprawl, full sprawl, move it around. Okay, guys? Let's get set. Starting off with round number 1, floor brushes. Okay, into a good resting stance, everybody. And go. Alexa, shuffle songs by stick figure. No? That's right. That's right. 10 seconds left.
Alexa, play 60s soul.
No. Okay, 10 seconds left, guys. We're moving into our sweep singles now, okay? Get in some stance and motion at the beginning. Move, down block, change sides. Go.
Alexa, next song.
Good, 10 seconds left. Nice and up. Change the sides. Time. Shake the legs up, guys. We're going round 3, short sprawl and spin.
See.
We're going to get copyright time first. Go. Into a stance, good. Short sprawl and move. Good. 10 seconds left. Time. Round 4, Uchimatas, okay guys? So we go for your skill acquisition phase. Step, back step, lift the heel to the ceiling. By the time we start training again in January, everyone should be hitting everybody with Uchimatas. Let's go. Step, back step, heel to the ceiling.
Alexa,
Step, back step.
Alexa. Shuffle on the
10 seconds. Stop. Nice. Okay, final round then, guys. We're going to short sprawl, full sprawl, moving around the room. Turn it off. I'm going to need you in a second, okay? Ready? Into a resting stance, guys. We're going down block, short sprawls, full sprawls. Let's go. Moving, down block, short sprawl, and spin, full sprawl. Hips on the mat. Good. Down block, short sprawl, full sprawl. Moving, level changing. Down block, short sprawl, full sprawl. Good. 10 seconds left. Down block, short sprawl, full sprawl. Down block, short sprawl. Oh. Nice. Warm up complete. Take a water break, guys. Grab yourself a drink. We're going to get started with some techniques next. A little product placement for the UCL BJJ page.
What's that
Knocker.
Yeah, they're doing a Black Friday sale. If you want in on that.
Come on over. Okay, so we're going to get started with some techniques. Now, the first thing we're going to look at, just looking at your teddy bear there, Clara. It's very nice teddy bear.
Carlos.
Carlos the teddy bear.
Carlitos.
Okay, we're going to look at a throw by first. So I want to keep up with some wrestling techniques as well, rather than just doing drills. So we'll look at how to hit a throw by. Now, obviously, we're limited on what we can do, so we're just going to work on some upper body wrestling. That is super easy to work on in terms of techniques. So if you're on carpet, we can start to hit some throws. Now, the first thing we'll look at is when guys in a tie-up, and then how to work into your throw by from there. So let's look at the footwork.
Alexa.
Okay. So obviously, when we start to wrestle, a lot of times we're going to get into a collar tie position from here. The first throw by we're going to look at is just taking my wristwatch. Imagine I have a watch on here. I take it underneath my partner's armpit. I'm going to take a step off to the side to throw the arm by to come around towards the waist. I maintain that head control throughout. So again, all I'm doing from this point is usually it's set up with a single leg. She sprawls back, puts her weight forward, throw by, and get towards the waist. Now, the movement itself, without somebody, throw
by.
Lock it there. Lock in position. Single, throw by comes in, step, step, turn. I was taught, imagine you're throwing a cricket ball. Now, the person that taught me this obviously doesn't know how to play cricket, but imagine the most unbelievable way that you would throw a cricket ball. You have your hands connected and you go, one. Throw it completely overarm. Okay?
It's more of a dance move, not cricket.
Almost a dance move. Yeah. So, let's go from the collar tie. We're in position from here. My wrist is checking underneath my partner's tricep. I step behind their ankle, and then we're back stepping in. Okay? Pendulum step across, forearm is twisting, and look in the same direction my partner's facing. So throw the arm by, let them continue, and then come around towards the waist, start to finish your shot. Okay? Again, the movement itself is pretty much a Saturday Night Fever. Oh. Boom. Just like this. Boom. Okay? So get that 70s music on.
Yes,
Get
God.
dancing a little bit.
60.
And let's get, boom, back stepping across. Boom. There's the movement. Okay? Works in the dance clubs and the jiu-jitsu mats. So it is a perfect technique. So, collar tie, wrist underneath. Once I've got that locked in, we step behind the ankle, throw, round towards the back. Okay, guys? Let's partner up. Let's give it a try. Let's get moving around the floor a little bit. And remember, if you want to hit this well, then your partner's got to give you a good feed, especially Clara's teddy bear. Make sure you're giving Clara a good
Sorry,
feed.
you're just going to be. Oh.
Is it Teddy?
It's a dog, I think.
I know it's a bear. Yeah, it is
a
a bear.
bear.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
a
a
bear.
bear. Look at that, it's a big bear. Jamie.
Nice, Callum. Good. Keep hold of the head. And when his posture goes down, you want to see his head hit the sofa. Right. Good. Collar tie first, Callum. Right hand on the head. Good. Wrist watch under the tricep. Pendulum step and throw. Yeah, nice. Now get a little bit more weight going here, Callum. So a bit of push and pull. Lean into him first. When you feel the resistance, then hit your throw by. Be careful you're about falling into the sofa there, Jamie. Pressure in. That's it. Now step off and throw. Yeah, nice. Nice, Clara. Good. Your movement is literally here. Grips into position, step, step, throw. Nice, Clara, good. And this position can be used in a lot of different situations. So I can go from an underhook, so I'm going to go with it. That same movement of me doing this works as a throw by from this position too. Overhook me. Overhook.
Oh, sorry.
Well, into position, step, step, throw, round to the waist. There's a suplex into the screen. So the movement starts to work in a lot of different situations. Sorry, there's mine. Yeah. Keep my head. Actually, try and grab it. Nice work, guys. Good throw bys.
Nice, Clara. That's good. It's not easy to do it without an opponent. Partner even. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, good throw by.
Liking the intensity, Clara, too.
Mm.
Nice. Good job, Alex. Looking good. Start to add in the single leg first now as well, guys. So let's get a reaction from it. So grab onto your partner's leg first, and then as they resist the leg going backwards, then hit. Good. We'll bring it in, guys. So just watch here real quick. So what I'm hitting off this single leg is I have to be able to get my partner to step backwards to expose this elbow. Sometimes when you try to hit the throw by, if this collar tie is too strong, then it's going to be hard for me to get it past my head. So when I reach for the leg, I want to actually grab. You want to get a whole handful of hamstring. Grab. Now when the person sprawls, you see, now she took a hip back, so there's nothing to stop me from hitting this turn. Okay? So you really need to grab it and resist it going backwards. You see? It's under the same pretense of me holding somebody's wrist. and then they're trying to pull back, so I let go, and then they make a step backwards. So get into position, grab the leg, switch off into your throw by, and break the house at the same time. Okay, so add in your single legs, guys, and then when you grab, it literally is simple. It's just reaching for the hamstring, and then as they resist back, then switch off into the wristwatch throw by. Let's go. Raggedy Ann. Nice, Sarah. Good throw by. Get a good lock onto the waist as well, guys. Think about some knee taps. Bring them down a little bit. Break balance. Nice, Carl. Nice, Jamie. That's a good throw by. Okay, time, guys. Bring it in again. Now, we're going to look at the same mechanics of the throw by. We're just going to switch our hands over. So this is one that I hit on Polaris. So there's a sort of detailed explanation of how to do it on somebody on YouTube as well, if you want to watch the video. I learned this takedown 2 days before Polaris. That's the title of the video. Very clickbaity, it got a lot of views. So what we're doing now is instead of working off of the wristwatch, I'm going to over tie with the same hand. So my left hand is grabbing a hold of Sam's head, okay? So instead of me accepting the position with my right, we switch, grab the head with the left, pull the head in towards the pocket, and I close my head against my partner's, so the hand and head is trapped with my head. Now what I'm going to do is place my thumb. You see I'm going with a C cup here, okay? Make a C with your hand. Place it under your partner's tricep. Now we're doing the same movement again. Hop in, step, step. As I pendulum step here, I throw the hands to the ground. Bump. Again, same position. Just come around to the waist, knee in front. These are the situations that we're looking for once we get onto your partner's back. Is one, trying to trap an arm if we can. So I want to come over the top, pinky down, blade of the forearm, trapping that arm, locking in, closing. And then I can skip around with my knee blocking my partners. And this initial knee tap is just to bring Sam to turtle. See? Then I'm in position, not attacking the back. So all we've got to do is you put your knee in front of your partner's thigh, and then we lean forward. So you're blocking the step, and then they go up and fall into position. So again, we're wrestling, over tie with the other hand, pull the head in, lock the head in place. C cup goes under the tricep, step, step, hands to the floor. Carry on to the waist. See, if the hands are already on the ground, then we just continue working it in. Little twist, you see? All I'm doing from here, turn it in, you see? I'm blocking that knee from being able to step forward, and we lean, either to put the hands on the floor, or to get the knees on the ground for us to continue attacking the neck. All right, guys? So again, what we're doing is a switch. Instead of using the wristwatch to throw by, we go over tie and then under grip. Same mechanics again. Throwing it by like a really extravagant Hadouken. Hadouken. Okay, guys, let's give it a try. Partner up, let's get drilling. 1, 2, 3. Let's see some extravagant Hadoukens. Yeah, nice. Throw him to the floor now, Clark. Boom.
Oh,
Straight out the window.
poor Carlitos. Man to them. It's been massacred.
Nice.
That's how I feel when I roll bread.
Nice, that's good. Then skip around and get the knee in front. Bring the person down towards turtle.
Yeah. 1, 2, throw. Nice.
Nice. Lock around the waist now, Clara. Yeah, yeah. Oh, nice. Good. How are we getting on over there, Carl and Jamie?
I'm going to chat.
All good? Nice. Over tie, Jamie. Good. Nice, Callum. Good. Try to keep those grips to the end. Okay? You want to imagine the person as a dog and you're pushing their head to the floor. Dog's been naughty, bam, push their head to the ground. So keep a good grip on the back of the neck. Switch that hand over, Sarah. Go back again real quick. So that the movement was perfect. That was good. It's just your right hand placement. So get a good grip with the left hand. Now turn the thumb. So you want your thumb on the other side of his tricep. Can't quite see. Okay. Other way. So yeah, palm up, elbow up like this. Good. Yeah. So the back of your hand should be facing you, like you're wrist locking yourself. Other way. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Now come down to his elbow instead of his armpit. Yeah. Good. Now, pendulum step and throw him by. Good. Nice. Then kneel in front of the leg, skip in front, trap his knee. Good. And so come all the way in front, Sarah. So go back a second. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Come back round to his waist and then use the same pendulum step to get in front of his feet. So pendulum step around and skip all the way in front. Good.
Yeah.
That's it. Now lean into him while your knee stays exactly where it is. Yeah, nice. Good. Nice, Clara.
Shadow wrestling.
Good imagination there.
Yeah.
Over tie.
It's really good though.
Boom. All we got to do, Clara, is change your hand positioner. So it feels a bit weird, but your hand's got to be like this. So when you grip, almost like a wrist locking yourself, hand comes back this way. So then your thumb's under the tricep to throw by. It feels weird, but when you hit the throw by, then you have the right position.
It's almost like you have a naughty child that you just pick up by the arm and you're just taking away.
Exactly.
Go this way. Not that I have many naughty children.
Now, for you to really advance in this shadow wrestling, put your hands towards the floor. So when you wrestle, get into position, over tie, lock into position, pendulum step, hands to the ground. And when you practice that, then you'll be forcing the guy's hands to the floor. That's going to be the right angle. Over tie, good. Underhook.
To the floor.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Nice, Alex. Also good imagination. Nice, Jamie. Good. Boom. Perfect. All right, time, guys. Let's bring it in. So let's get working some back attacks. So we're going to look at how to transition and what to do in terms of attacking the back. So the first thing we need to start to do is identify which side we want to be on in order to start finishing your chokes and everything else. So start with hooks in. Now, when I have the hooks, we have our seatbelt grip. I have my seatbelt grip applied. Now, the first rule of thumb is making sure that we always cover the choking hand. So the arm that wants to be choking my partner, I'm going to protect that. And I cover it with my seatbelt hand. So now I've got my chin on my shoulder, ear to ear with my partner, and I have my hooks inside. So we have upper body control, lower body control as your hooks. We start to move from here. Now, typically, you want to be leaning towards this side over here, because it's a little bit harder for your partner to escape. However, it does give us some more limitations in terms of what finishes we can use. So when we're on the back, if I twist to this side over here, If we go over towards this side here, this means that my bottom leg is trapped. So I no longer have the ability to work on arm locks and triangle chokes and everything else. I'm pretty much limited to controlling and working into a rear naked choke. That's pretty much the only thing I can start to set up from this point. So when we do get here, the one thing that I want you guys to be practicing is making sure that we take the top hook out. This is super important because once I've crossed my legs over the far hip, now it prevents Sam's lower body rotation. She can no longer turn into me, and then the only place for her to go is to turn away, which in turn exposes her neck because she's looking into my choke, right? So that's the first thing we're going to do from this point. We fall towards the side, we take the top hook out, and I hook on the inside of the shin, almost like a crab ride position, and I force the person to step onto the side. Now I can close my feet together, and I squeeze my knees inwards, okay? Again, in terms of the sort of idea of when to cross your feet and when not to cross your feet, the only thing that is dangerous is crossing in the center of your partner's legs. See? Now I'm exposed into straight ankle locks and some dirty finishes that Sam has been able to accomplish in competition. So once you're here, we need to step out, and now I can start to cross. You see? Even if I were to cross up here at my partner's waist, this is fine. You see? If I were to trap an arm and to cross over the arm, this is fine. As long as my feet don't meet in the middle, now I'm in danger. Okay? So we're on the back. I have my hands in the correct place. Hook comes in, push forward, control, and now we can start working into your rear naked choke. The last thing we're going to look at is just setting up that rear naked choke. So I need to control the head of the snake. And when I talk about the head of the snake, we're talking about the palm. See? You want the end of your partner's lever, because now when Sam tries to move her hand, my hand can follow wherever she goes. If I were to grab her wrist, now she extends, I lose the grip on a strong and powerful opponent. So while we're fighting here, a lot of times for you to get that, we're going to start off with a false grip first. That brings the hand down. Now we go thumb inside your partner's hand. Okay, so in between the thumb and index finger. I trap that down towards the stomach. I get another good false grip with my choking arm. So let's just shuffle this way a little bit so you can see. We get a nice false grip, 4 fingers behind the shoulder that I'm protecting with my own chin. Okay, so again, if it starts to get to here, this isn't going to be suffice because my partner just started to bring the arm down. We're going to try to get all the way through. So I lift my elbow in line with my partner's chin, 4 fingers on the back, and then I protect it with my own chin. Now that I've got this in place, I can release and set up my rear naked choke to finish. Now, other variations on sort of rear naked chokes. We have the sliding doors, and each time I'm finishing the rear naked choke, the back of my hand should meet the back of my partner's head, and I'm really just trying to reach for my hand to go to my shoulder. Okay. Then the last thing I need to do is just cover that hand with my chin, and now there is no way out. Okay. If my hand is on top of the head or it is not protected by my head, then my partner can fight to get control of the hand to bring it off and then work 2-on-1. Okay. So we're going to hide it and then protect it with the chin. The other variations that I like to use is to put my hand on my shoulder already and then meet my hand with my elbow. Okay, so those are the 2 situations you're going to use once you've got your partner's back on the floor, you've controlled the head of the snake, you have the false grip applier, slide, or elbow to hand. Okay, so again from the beginning, just real quick, we have the hooks inside. I have a correct seatbelt grip, so I'm covering my choking hand. We fall towards the choking side. I take my top hook out, push, close the feet together. Start off with an initial false grip. My partner fights that. I come into controlling the head of the snake. I get thumb in between the thumb and index finger, pin the wrist. Second false grip, protected with my chin. Release and meet to close up the rear naked choke. Let's drill. So a nice simple strangle option here. working on controlling your partner's lower body. Nice control there, Sarah. Control the bottom leg, good. Get a nice false grip, Clara, nice. Protect and finish. Good. Nice grips there, Jamie, good. False grip. Make sure your fingers are trapped on his shoulder, okay, Jamie? So all behind his shoulder. Good, nice. So you shouldn't be able to reach your fingers. If he does, he'll be able to pull them apart. Good. Nice. Now you're going to make sure the left hand's control the head of the snake. Good. You want your thumb in between his thumb and index finger. Nice. Good. Exactly. Palm's not going anywhere. Now release your left hand down, strangle. Perfect. Chin on top of wrist to finish. And then elbows together. Nice. If he goes to sleep, lift his ankles. We're all good. Run by quickly. Break some drugs.
Look, what's the name?
Ooh.
Nice. Very nice, Alex.
Nice car. try the, yes, yeah, there you go. Nice. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, he's struggling. He's struggling a little bit.
No resisting, Bear. Okay, we're only drilling now. This actually works really well in MMA. If you've got fighting gloves on, it's always good to go for the elbow to hand option.
More space.
More space. Or just a simple Habib face smash. Okay, time guys, that'll do. That's good work, everybody. So let's look at attacking on the other side. So if I fall to the opposite hip, now all those extra techniques that I was talking about, we have access to. Let me just need to switch the view so I can see everything up here. Let's move this way a little bit. And, well, okay. So first things first, when I'm landing on this side, the main fight here is for head position. If I can keep my head below my partner's, I can maintain the back on this side. The other thing, if you notice, my right foot is already stepping on my partner's hip. I'm trying to aim to get this left hook, again, rather than being center. You pretty much never use your hooks in this fashion. It's always going to be switching. So I want to step on that top thigh to push to get my left leg across, to hook onto the thigh over here. Okay? There. And again, if your partner's been a bit of a wet lettuce with the leg straight, tell them stop being a wet lettuce and bend your legs, and then I can make some hooks with my toes. Okay? So again, from this point, we can start to work into strangles again. On this side, we're pretty much working into one-handed chokes, you see, which is retracting from there, very, very nasty chokes. But what I'm most looking for from this point is straight jacket control. Yeah. I want opposing wrists, because this will allow me to start trapping my partner's hand and then working into said one-handed strangle. So while we're here, first thing is making the right defenses. Because if Sam starts to get her head to the floor, now she can start to switch her hips and I lose the position. So keep your head below your partner's. Now we need to switch. So I step on the thigh and I'm using this to push Sam away from me. You see? So I push the hip away, I switch my hook over to the far thigh. Now we're moving into wrist control on the hand, you see? And I get wrist control on the other hand. See? What I might need to start to do is work into a choke for this hand to come in. I'm going to feed it to the bottom arm. Okay? So if you watch that again, typically I'm going to be able to get this one fairly easily. The same side hand control. I start off with a choke, that hand comes in. I switch, That's the one that I want. So my left hand goes across to the other side. Now I can get to this one. Again, if she doesn't want me to take that, then we go back to the choke, and then she'll come back anyway. So I get into position. But once I have control over this arm, now I can start to trap it. So I bring the hand down, I bring my elbow to the bend of the knee, bend of the elbow, my heel to her elbow. Circle the wrist inside, and then I close my feet together, trapping the arm in place. Now we go back to controlling the head of the snake, and then choke. Okay. From this point, all I've got to do is working to get that false grip, and then the finish here is retracting the elbow and coming into the neck. See? So it's coming back and in, as opposed to a simple squeeze with a rear naked choke. I also need to make sure that my head is protecting that hand again. So I want my head to stop my partner's head from going towards the floor. Obviously, right now, I'm just lifting my head up just to talk to you guys, but it won't be down here for the purpose of the technique. Hand comes under, lock into position, elbow retracts. Done. Very, very simple choke, very, very hard to escape, very, very powerful once you've created all these tracks. So, again, seatbelt applied. Step onto the thigh, switch the hook. Once I've got control, we start to work into this grip over here. We start off with choke, my partner defends, move the hand down, control the far arm. Switch off, control second arm. Straight jacket completed. Step into the elbow, circle the wrist to the inside, close feet together so the hand can't come back. Again, my feet are too high for Sam to try to trap them, so we're all good. Control second hand with head of the snake concept and choke. False grip applied, retract elbow, pull wrist back into throat, and keep your ear to ear. There you go. All right, guys.
It's like a Sherlock Holmes parody.
Yeah. Now, this is going to be very harsh on your partner's neck, so do go nice and gentle on the finish. The main thing that we're working on here is slowly creating the finish for your partner. Once you have all of these grips in place, it's real hard for the person to escape. So let's get drilling. Last technique for today, guys. So let's work on it. We only have 2 minutes, 1 minute. So let's do what you can.
Is that 1 minute there?
Wait, which one's mine?
The full one.
Might be some battery. Let me have a few goes. Nice car, good. Get your head below his and elbow retracts. Ooh. Oh, he's tapping.
Savage.
Oh, there was tapping. Nice work, Callum, good. Now you're going to trap his hand. So over the top, Callum. Heel to elbow. That's it, good. Now trap, then close the feet together. Make sure his hand doesn't come back. Close them in front of his stomach, Callum, because that way there's no space.
Higher.
In the belly. There you go, there you go, good. Okay. Now pin the wrist towards his stomach. Good. And choke. Nice. Good. The belly. Yeah, I want to know. Okay, perfect. Oh, wait. Let's do a video.
Oh. Straight up it there. Savage. Oh.
No, that's it. Now close together, Callum. Good. The only reason you don't want to close around the hip line is because it's easy for his hand to be free. If he puts his arm like in his back pocket and then gets his hand free, he might be able to escape when you close that side. So you want to close the feet over towards the stomach. There, good. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, you can go right over left. Okay, nice. Get a good grip. Nice. Ah, that's good. Yeah. This is how Gordon Ryan was able to submit his opponent in the ADCC finals. Exactly like this, one-handed strangle.
Is the bear molten into your mouth?
Nice. Sounds like a good choke there, Sarah. Good work. How do you know? I can't hear.
Is it a part of last night too?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's three. We've already spoken. That's all. I did tell you the reason why. And time. Nice work, guys. We ran over a little bit there. Wanted to get some more drills in on the technique. But we'll go over some more of this tomorrow. I want to get into the Kimura trap armbar setups into inverted triangles and head scissors and all those nice attacks from there as well. So yeah, we'll get into some more drills tomorrow, guys. How did we all like the wrestling? We're all good to practice? Yeah? You're able to throw in the techniques well? Yeah, good. Okay. So we'll throw in some more wrestling again tomorrow, and we can have a look at some more attacks from the back. So good. Kimura trap, arm bar, Kimura trap to head scissors and inverted triangle. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Good training today.